Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be talking about spoofing and these applications. What else can they do? There's quite a bit. And why am I going over this? Why not? Let's talk about it. Do I personally spoof? Absolutely not. Do I care if you do? I do not. I have stated that plenty of times. I did have an issue with spoofers back in the day. It was more so of the bots that would take over the old gym systems that we did have. One of the reasons why Niantic did have to revamp the gym system because of that whole broken bot takeover automatic nonsense that they did have going on. But with that said, let's go ahead and see what we have going on here and just talk about a few different things. So when you spoof and you think about spoofing, what comes to your mind? Obviously, quite literally, the word going to wherever you want and playing at the best places possible from the comfort of your couch, your bed, or wherever the heck you are, right? Now, this is nothing new. It's been here since the game has been released, essentially, right? But over time, these guys have gotten super clever in what they've been doing here. Now, I'm not going to go over every little thing, every little detail, because I was given information by somebody and I will respect that information, and we'll just kind of go over the surface things here. One thing I definitely want to start talking about first is, again, when you think of spoofing, you think, all right, moving from here to there to there. But these applications do so much more. Now, I am in no way, shape, or form trying to promote this or endorse it. I say don't do it. And of course, it is against TOS, so you can get banned if you spoof or use these applications. So don't do it, all right? If you do it correctly, you could probably get by. The system depends, okay? I don't know how all that works, but just note that I'm not endorsing this. So these things can do a lot more than just take you to a new place, a lot more. So first thing I want to talk about is going to be how you can actually go back to the old avatars using some of these applications that do allow you to spoof. So you can go straight back to the old avatar and have that look yet again. So that's just one of the perks of this thing here, which to me is pretty incredible, considering that Niantic themselves could allow us to potentially have a toggle for the old avatar as well as the new one, but for whatever reason they refuse to even allow us to do that, and also kind of even refusing to address the whole problem with the avatars themselves. And what is that? Okay, we already know pretty much. We got this. We don't even have a male or female. It's just it's like one body with the toggles, and some of the clothes, particularly the level 50 jacket, when you're standing straight as a dude, you can still see kind of like a chest shadow shade going on there, and it looks weird, and it's just weird. Okay, they did added a little bit more cake to the hips, so now you can have a bigger hip now. They did listen to that aspect, I suppose, but it's just funny to me that you're gonna have to go through a third-party source to get the old avatar back, and even use features that they can themselves implement into the game, but they refuse to do so, which makes you wonder, okay, yeah, no wonder everybody's starting to cheat and spoof and all this stuff, and there's a lot of people out there who do it that do not tell you, or you do not know whatsoever. All right, now that's just one little thing here. You also have it so you can make it auto play for you. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Yeah, you can auto play. It can go to these stops and constantly just keep spinning them and doing what you would do when you would play, but it's just doing it by itself, including rocket sniping as fast as it can possibly go. And I don't know if that's still a 100% thing for it to go and snipe the rocket leaders to look for shiny Pokemon as fast as possible. I did hear that they were trying to put a cap on being able to how many rocket leaders you can actually beat, or grunts, or whatever the case may be, to kind of alleviate some of that cheating. Now, another thing you have to understand is a lot of these limits that they do have within Pokemon Go are going to be particularly because of people who are cheating. And one of the ways to kind of stop or slow it down is to put these cooldowns and limits so that when you do reach it, you're not going to be able to just keep on going into God mode, and or maybe even if you screw up, their system will catch you, you get a shadow ban, or you get just like a 30-day suspension, or if you keep doing it, then you'll eventually get permanently banned in the game. So definitely they are looking into it. They don't like the fact that people do cheat, but they can do a little bit more to make it so people do not want to cheat. Okay, that's the whole issue. People are stepping into this realm because the remote raid thing really pissed off a lot of people, so now they're going to be doing this a lot more. See, now here's the thing. The whole point of me trying to talk about this is the fact that Niantic has neglected and has actually not allowed certain features to be implemented in the game, or they take them away, making it so people are just becoming a little bit more pissed off and annoyed by their decisions that they're making here. So that leads them down the rabbit hole into the spoofing kind of category, and well, they just start using it like that. And then they start discovering all these little features, and then one thing that leads to another, and you start to spoof, then you start using all these little added on little perks for these apps, and then the next thing you know, you're not even playing, and just auto playing for you over time. I mean, I'm not even hating, okay? I'm just saying. Another thing is the cut to remote raids. Now, if you spoof, it's granted obvious that you can go out there and do as many raids as you possibly want using your regular green passes, right? So that's another perk that's pretty nice. So you can go out there and do as many raids as you want. Could you imagine just going to a big city or a place that has constantly lit up with lures, and you're able to just joystick around and play and, you know, enjoy the game? And if you're thinking, well, that defeats the whole purpose. Look, I'm not defending it. I'm not saying that that's okay. Yeah, I know, I get it. I'm just saying, could you imagine? That's pretty crazy. But still, not everybody gives a damn about being out there in the real world. They just kind of want to play the game and get hundreds, catch shinies, and do legendary raids without actually having to be there. I get it. It's like, why are you even playing this game then? You never understood that question, to be honest with you. Like, well, if you're spoofing, why do you even want to play? It doesn't make sense. It's like, sure, because I get it. They're not out there in the real world. Go play a regular video game. But Pokemon Go has special things about it that are kind of fun, even if you're not out in the real world and you're doing it this way. I know it sounds like I'm endorsing this, or I don't know, protecting them or something like that. I'm not. I'm just looking at it at a logical standpoint here. Not only that, at this point in the game, what I mean by that is 8 years into it, particularly since Niantic has kind of been neglecting us and not really listening to the community at all, and as well as kind of just destroying the game slowly but surely, almost as if they're trying to bring it down for whatever reason, because some of the decisions that they're making are just absolutely uncomprehendable as to why they're doing that. But it's just going to bring people to do this, and it seems like it's an okay thing to talk about now. Okay, because, well, how much have they've neglected us and just don't listen. So when it comes down to these things, you're able to do so much more, and it does bring a problem into the game as far as people reselling or, you know, accounts. But, you know, it's your own decision to go online and see something. Oh, look at this guy's selling this, I'm gonna purchase it. You make your decision yourself, okay? It's not like anybody's forcing you to do this thing here. Now, let me give you an example here. Let's say, I don't know, the elite Rayquaza raids, right? Whoa, okay. So say you don't really even have any in your area, okay? Maybe you have a couple, but you're looking to do at least 10 or something like that, right? Not to mention they weren't even freaking spawning for a lot of people, some places, on time. Now, if you had a group of spoofers, you and your friends, or your little community that you have together on your whatever that you meet up on Discord, and you all have a juicy area to do these elite Rayquaza raids, and say it's got screwed up in your own time zone, well, that's no problem, because then you're going to be able to go to another place with these group of people and just knock out these raids that way. And therefore, you don't have to worry about any of these problems a lot of other people have to deal with themselves. And then you're like, well, yeah, that's not fair. Okay, again, I'm not here to defend anything. I'm just giving you an example as to, well, maybe that's the reason why people are starting to spoof a little bit more, because of all these stupid little decisions you're making, including elite raids. Just saying. And it's just examples like that that are just going to push people into doing this even more in the future. Again, you could go back to the regular avatar. I don't understand why Niantic doesn't allow us to do these things. I mean, you have these third-party apps that allow you to do these things that would be that easy for Niantic to do and appease us so much more. This is why I think they despise us, they don't like us too much, or they're intentionally just trying to piss off the community in some sort of way. Seems like that. Seems like that. Could not be the case, but hey. Anyways, there you have it, folks. Just want to talk about spoofing really quick. I get it. I get it why more people are doing it. Because, well, the game is being destroyed slowly but surely. And it's just easier for some people to play this way. Again, going back to the elite raid example. If you don't have anybody in your area, or at least very few, and or very few of these elite raids, then the next best thing for you to do, not endorsing it, if you don't care about doing this, or if you know how to get around, or you know how to, make it all work, then, you go around and you hit some of these by spoofing with a friend. Kind of makes a little bit of sense. I get it. Now I see where you're coming from. But there you have it, folks. Just wanted to let you know, maybe you shouldn't be so hard on your local spoofers. But I will say, there are a few things that they should not do. One, attack gyms, and play in the whole Pokemon showcase things. I'm pretty sure that those are two things that we can all agree that spoofers shouldn't do. But when it comes down to raiding, they can help you. All right, they can quite literally show up. You're sitting there, we don't have enough, and then all of a sudden 3 people show up in there, level 50s or whatever, and you'll be able to do it. I don't see them. I don't see them around here. Where are they? At that point, if you're actively trying to, report those people who actually helped you in that raid, I don't see, I'm recording, there's nobody around here. I don't know what to tell you because they quite literally just helped you take out the raid. You should be virtually thanking them, okay? Anyways, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Again, this is in no way, shape, or form endorsing you to spoof or kind of sympathize. Well, it's kind of sympathizing a little bit. I'm just bringing up the points here because, I don't know, what can you say? It's a lot of gas that you're spending playing this game. Some of us, depends on where you live and or time. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.